you're single, do you feel like you're a part of a revolution that you didn't ask to be a part of? Because that's how I feel. I don't know if the coupled people know, but the single people are all very aware that we're at this critical turning point of dating where no one wants to do dating apps anymore, but we don't have any third spaces to actually meet organically, and like a huge majority of us work from home. There is not currently a modern solution to modern dating problems. Yes, people used to meet organically before the internet, but now we have the internet, and the internet has messed a lot of things up. The biggest thing being the dating customs that our parents had, because it's no longer normal to approach someone in real life. Also, situationships. We can all agree that this has to be the worst time to be single, right? Because we're done with the old, we're done with the apps, but we're not in the new yet. We haven't figured out how are we going to meet each other? We're not there yet. Or if you guys know, let me know. We're all in this revolution just wondering, when is this gonna get fixed? Because if not, I'm gonna die alone.
I was rejected by a matchmaker this week. You wouldn't be able to work with me. When we met, I told her what I was looking for and told her a lot about me. And I tried to highlight some of my core qualities, including the fact that I'm very, very type A, organized. I like to be the leader. I told her the types of things that I like doing. I also told her I was looking for a man who was also a leader, because I don't want to always be the leader, believe it or not. I told her I was looking for...
So I had a guy troll my video the other day, and this is what he said. Spoiler alert, all the women who are deferring being with who they got will be gravely disappointed in your 30s as your looks go way south. I'm 36 and will never date any women in her 30s, ever. Ignoring the stark grammatical errors aside, let's see if his thesis holds true. Here's a photo of me from 10 years ago at the innocent, pure, desirable age of 22. And here's the photo of me from 20 seconds ago, unfiltered and unedited, looking like the haggard beast that I clearly am at the ripe old age of 32. And while I could expound further on the subject, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, and I've got 2 of them here, so I'll let the pictures do most of the talking. But here's what I will say. Ladies, a man who was born in this country, whose first language is English, who doesn't know how to appropriately pluralize the word woman, probably doesn't know anything about women to begin with.
Finding a relationship after 30 is probably one of the best life hacks. Obviously on paper, yeah, it'd be nice to find your partner in your 20s and build that life together while you're building your careers and following your dreams and all that stuff. But that's just not the reality for some people. Many of my close friends did not find their partners until their 30s, some of them even their 40s. And they are living their best lives. Because let's be real, like in your 20s, you are stupid and you make stupid decisions like I did when I married my ex-husband at 23 years old. But in your 30s, you are so much smarter. You put up with so much less bullshit. You know what you want. You've figured out where you want to go in life, and you're going to find a partner that's following that dream and that pathway with you. And I'm sure you are amazing. And if you're single and amazing, there's also going to be other single amazing people out there. Or maybe they're just one divorce away from being available. I'm joking. But my advice is don't compare yourself to other people and their timelines, because you have your own journey and your own timeline, and life is not linear. My advice, from what I've seen with a lot of my friends in their 30s and 40s dating, is continue to live your best life, be your best self, and the right person is going to follow along and want to join you for the ride. If you're still single in your 30s, it means you haven't settled for the wrong person, and that's a win in my book.
As a single 32-year-old queen looking for my king, I have been on a lot of dates, and yesterday I went on a date and he told me something that no man has ever told me before. So of course I met him on a dating app, and he asked if I would be down to have a phone call. And I was like, yes, absolutely, because you can feel the vibe out way more in a phone call than actually having to go spend time with them. The conversation was flowing, and he was like, well, I'd love to meet you, but I'm going out of town on Sunday, and if we really connect, I'd love to see you at least 2 times before I go on my trip. So when he said that, I was like, okay, I wonder why he wants to see me a couple times before he leaves. So our date went really well. I like him a lot. He has great humor, and he is extremely emotionally intelligent, which is so attractive to me. So in the end, I asked him why he wanted to see me twice before he goes out of town. And what he said, I was a little bit mind blown. He was like, I really like to build momentum when it comes to dating because I travel a lot for work. So I know if we have a good date and then I leave for a week and a half, it's really easy for you to go find another match, go on another date, and then you forget about the one we had. And he was like, I feel like it just saves time because the more you hang out with someone, the more you know if it's going to be a match or not. He's like, so I like to hang out with them multiple times in a short period of time. I was shocked because that literally makes so much sense. And I'm also the same exact way. If I like someone, I want to hang out with them back to back to back. And some of y'all might think that's kind of clingy, but But that's just me. Like, I like crushing on people and I like getting to know them quickly so I can tell if this is going to be a match for the future or not. I also like to be really transparent on the first date to kind of like set the tone. So I was like, okay, well, I really enjoyed our time together. I think you're cute. I think you're funny. I would love to see you again. He was like, absolutely, me too. What are you doing tomorrow? And I told him I had this small little break in between my meetings and he was like, perfect, let's do it. So anyways, this morning I had one of my meetings get canceled and I told him, hey, I don't know if this will change things, but I have a little bit more time now. And he was like, oh my gosh, I made a meeting at that time because you had one. He was like, you know what? Let me try to shuffle things around. Just the attempt and effort to want to do that is just like, this is what I need and what I deserve. But y'all know that I like to update y'all after the first date and I'm always like giddy and like have this, positive mindset towards it. But, things can end very quickly. But I still thought that what he was saying was really profound and it kind of changed my, mindset when it comes to dating. So y'all stay tuned. But fingers crossed for this one. So far, so good.
I just wanted to update you guys. He literally just called me and canceled. I have no words.
Someone that was at or above the same income level as me, driven, who is ambitious, who is ready for a long-term relationship and ready to get married. She may have actually picked up on the fact that I'm a little high-strung. I'm not like a stressed out or anxious person. I'm just high energy or type A. This is who I am. And she was asking me, do I meditate? No. Do I journal? No. Do anything woo? And I said, no. I said, in fact, I'm not even on the same planet as woo. When talking about what I didn't like in a man, I said I could never really be with a beta type man. I specifically used the word doormat. I said I would chew them up and spit them out. And her response was, well, I married that type of man. She was saying that, men really like a soft woman and I should try some of these vision board, journaling, meditating type of things. Would never gonna be that type of person. She also said that she could sense I had some walls up, which of course I'm coming to meet a woman who I'm asking to find my future husband at the rate of several $1,000s. I, of course, am going to be here really just trying to interview you, my dear friend, because I want to know if I'm going to get my money's worth with you. So of course I'm going to have some walls up. I also think it's perfectly normal to have some walls up when you are meeting someone for the very first time and who also had not taken the time to do her own research on me by stalking me on the internet. She definitely didn't have time because she asked for my socials no more than 1 hour before our meeting. So I asked her if she thought I would be ready for her services. Her response, she essentially said that I am not ready for her type of services because I have too much work to do. My walls are too high and I'm not ready for a long-term committed relationship at the ripe age of 38, where I have been in therapy for 10 plus years. She also said that she's too woo for me, which I can accept that. That's fine. However, I shouldn't need to be a woo type person to be worthy of love. She also said that I need to soften a little bit. And men like a softer woman. Essentially, I spent $350 to meet with this woman, have her tell me I am not worthy of love as I am, but the fact that I need to change in order to be worthy of love and partnership. Which honestly, I think for that reason alone, she should have her matchmaking license taken away because we shouldn't be pushing on these narratives that people are not worthy as they are. And essentially telling women that the type of woman they are isn't worthy of love. That is a narrative that should not be given to anyone, or it is dangerous commentary. And the fact that she said this to my face had some audacity. Well, we're celebrating my 38th birthday tonight, and we are going to wash all of what she said aside. I am so excited. And we're going to believe that no matter the type of woman you are, love is out there for you. We are not going to listen to this toxic narrative.